feel the moisture from the rainstorm of threes. It was, in fact, a 2-point game after one. Then came a 45-point second quarter, and that is where the Mavs would part ways and never really look back. With it, the Pels have officially been eliminated from play-in contention. It's Pelicans Live, presented by Toyota, and I will say this as I welcome in my co-host, David Wesley. The fact that this young core, without its main stars, had us sitting here tonight with 3 games to go in the season at the 11th seed, still discussing playoff hopes, is exactly why I love the play-in tournament, and I hope it sticks around.
I agree. I think it's a great wrinkle for this league. I think it's a great wrinkle for the players. And like you're saying, it gives hope to teams that, you know, may have gone through injury, may have gone through bad play. Whatever the case may be, they're not completely done. And when you talk about 3 games ago, you go 3-0, another team goes 0-4, you have a chance. And you don't like those odds, but you'd certainly like the opportunity to be in the conversation and in your mind legitimately thinking, well, let's go see if we can get it done. Tonight was not their night, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, listen, as I mentioned, it was a 2-point game after one. Then came that second quarter led by Luka Doncic, who called last night's game in Memphis one of the worst he had ever played. So you knew tonight was not exactly the night you probably wanted to toe up with him following an outing like that, and he showed it in that second quarter. That's really where he parted ways with the Pelicans.
Very aggressive, very aggressive. And 12 of 24 and 7 of 15 from downtown. You know, you can see he had some things on his mind. Bad taste in his mouth from last night, and a lot of grins on his face. He set the table for a lot of guys. If he didn't get the assist, he was getting the hockey assist, and that's what you expect out of Luka. He's that kind of talent. It's hard. He's a hard guard because he's big. He's got size. He's got touch. He can create space and knock down long threes. So very difficult assignment, especially when you don't have a lot of your guys out there. And you knew Luka was going to come out ready to go.
As you saw, their 15th time this season, the Pels have allowed 40 in a quarter. Also, the Pelicans have given up at least 40 points to a single player 9 times this year. That's also the most in the NBA. But Luka Doncic was one. Remember, he dropped a career best on the Pelicans in the first meeting in Dallas back in February. Tonight, obviously didn't reach that mark. Nonetheless, he's just a special talent. And I think about something you said long ago as I watch him play. It's like he's in the backyard or in the driveway. You know, it's like he's just hooping with his guys at the park, and he makes it look so easy.
That's it. He just makes it simple. You know, he a lot of grins on his face, a lot of casualness about him knocking down tough shots. But he does so much on the court. It's hard to shut him completely down, but you know, when he gets it going, and when he gets it going in all facets of the game, whether it's rebounding, passing the ball, knocking down shots, he's tough, and Pelicans knew he was. But again, you need everybody on the same page, and you also need everybody available. And when you don't have that, he's one of those assignments. It's going to be like Steph Curry. When you don't have all your guys, these guys really loom big because they have so much in their bag.
He was 12 for 24 for 33 points tonight, 7 of 15 from deep. He is the future of the league is bright in the hands of guys like Luka and Zion, and I just cannot wait to watch more of them moving forward. Now, I will say the Pelicans' young core, we talked about this in tonight's pregame. I've had a few names kind of arise of late, and guys that I'm anxious to see more of, specifically the undrafted rookie and Najee Marshall, who was recently signed to a 3-year deal, so we will be seeing a bit more of him moving forward. Unfortunately, tonight, in his 4th straight start, he would go down with a right shoulder injury. And I will take a little stab in the dark here, David Wesley. From what I've gathered from this kid, he's not going to lay on the floor and kind of writhe in pain if it's not serious. He's a tough kid.
Yeah, no, that's not his MO. And from where he comes from, he knows it's not. He wanted to get up. He probably wanted to still come back in that game. That's unfortunate, man. Hopefully it's just something that's bruised and go away, and he'll be back in the next game, because he really is showing himself well when it comes to playing with this Pelican team. He does a lot of things right. He has great basketball IQ. Tonight he didn't shoot the three well, and we've seen nights where he did, and I think that's his summer work, getting that three ball to where it's more confident and at a better percentage. And watch out, he has a bright future.
Well, with, B.I. and Zion, Stevens, with the number of the stars going down, he earned the opportunity to earn his fourth straight start tonight. He's scored in double figures in the last 3 outings. He finished with 12 on 5 of 11 shooting tonight. And so, to have kind of made the most, again, he's part of that young core that somehow kept this team afloat in play-in discussion without Zion and Brandon Ingram. That's saying something.
Well, what it says is, when you're going into the summer, you have some pieces you really, really like. And there's a lot of good things about this team. But, again, they have to add shooting. And shooting is going to be something that all these players need to get in the gym and just work, because there were too many games this year where the three-point shot was lopsided. And, you talk about Najee Marshall. I mean, he does so many things defensively, so many things making plays, so many things getting to the basket. Those are all positive things. And if he could just add that shot with confidence, and along with a lot of other guys, and maybe they can find a guy or two out there that shoot the ball, this team is headed in the right direction. I like the way it's designed. I like the players on it, and I think they like playing with each other. So if you're a fan of the Pelicans and you like watching them play, you're going to get excited for next year.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Jackson Hayes, another one. Eric Bledsoe, they each had 15 apiece tonight. In fact, it's the second game in the last 4 that Jackson really kind of led the team off the bench. He had a team-high 19 in Philly just a few games ago and had 15 in the reserve unit tonight. Don't look now, David, but I think the light bulb has come on for this kid, and it scares me in a great way. To think he and Billy Hernan-Gomez have really kind of built this platoon of sorts in place of the injured Steven Adams, and Jackson holding it down on both ends of the floor. I would say his defensive improvement is most encouraging for me.
Well, I think his total game, his understanding has been outstanding, and when you think about him and think about him coming into next year with just that much more confidence, that is a scary thought, because he really could push his game to another level next year with the way that he kind of made that rise in the understanding, the placement, where he needs to be, his aggressiveness. And, early in the year when they sat him down, gave him a chance to watch, and he took that information. He didn't drop his head and sulk. He took that information and came back even stronger and better, and with a better understanding of what coach is looking for, what this coaching staff wants him to do, which was run, play with energy, play hard. And he did all that stuff, and quietly minutes went up, production went up, and he's fun to watch. He's going to have a good next year.
He's also a tough kid. Went out with a little ankle injury tonight, only to check back into the game. So that grit and that grind, I know, is what Stan Van Gundy loves. We are just getting started here on Pelicans Live, presented by Toyota. When we return, we're going to take a look at the standings. Again, we have a number of teams still fighting for things, like the Mavs, trying not to play in the play-in. We'll talk about that after this.